What's up? It's Iceman, hooking you guys up with an ice cold video, and today guys, I'm bringing you a video talking about how I felt about the launch day and events afterward of the PS4. So basically, I purchased an Xbox One. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and say why I purchased my Xbox One first. I purchased my Xbox One simply because all my friends are going to get one. I mean, we're all Xbox guys, so why would I not get what, my friends are going to get? I mean, that's the main selling point of every console, is get what your friends are getting. If your friends are all getting a PS4, then get a PS4. If your friends are getting an Xbox, get an Xbox. Either way, you're going to be able to play online with your friends, and that's what matters to me the most, is playing online with my friends. But, another thing that also matters is, support. But so reading into the whole launch of the PS4, I saw a lot of things that kind of scared me, because I want to get a PS4, I just want to wait later on. I don't want to go on a launch because I don't have anybody to play with at launch. So I want to get one simply because I want to get one, because I've always been a fan of Sony. I got the PlayStation 1, I got the PS2, we had the PS3, and so I would love to have the PS4, but honestly, when it comes to online gaming, I just feel like Xbox offers a better experience. Now, this could change with the whole PlayStation Plus requirement to play online, but one thing that really bothered me about the launch of the PS4, on the first day it was out, there's already an estimate of 1 out of 250 PS4s did not work. Now, that is a problem, because you figure that's like 0.4%, which, I mean, if you do the math, I mean, if they sold 1 million the first day, imagine how many of those didn't work. So, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty freaking, that's kind of scary, because, these people are spending $400 on this piece of machinery and it's not working. That's pretty frustrating. Now, when I understand they get a free fix, but if it's anything like, Xbox was, you have to wait like 30 days or something for your new one or your refurbished one. But another thing that really bothered me was the whole fact that PSN was down within, well, I'm the East Coast, and within like, I think 2:30 a.m. Friday morning, PSN was down and people couldn't get on, and I was, checking it all day to see if, they were back online. And apparently, like, if you weren't one of the first couple thousand people online in the East Coast or something like that, you couldn't get on, because PSN was down. I was checking the status code or status site, and it was down from 2:30 a.m. my time to about 6:30 p.m. my time, and I just quit looking because I just gave up. I got tired of checking, and that's pretty bad on Sony's part, because now they're charging. They are now charging for people to play online, and before you could get away with saying, oh, but you guys don't pay for it. You guys really have no reason to complain. It's a free service. But now that it's a paid feature, you have to take care of your customers, Sony. You cannot do them wrong like that. You have to make sure everything is prepared. There is no reason for there to be anything about, oh, we weren't ready for all these. I mean, you guys had pre-order numbers. Did you not think those pre-order numbers, more than half of them are going to go online as soon as they get home? I mean, in this day and age, if you have a game system, you play online. In this day and age, if you don't play online, you simply don't play online because you have nobody to play with online. That's a fact. I mean, that's the way I look at it, and that's probably a fact. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it is a fact. I'm pretty sure it is. I started playing online because I had friends who played online. Before, I didn't play online back when I was 17 because I had no friends who played online. But when I started, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, in this day and age, it's pretty common for somebody to play online. There should be no surprises as to, at least more than half of those consoles going online as soon as they get home. I mean, well, that's what I plan on doing when I get my Xbox One. I plan on plugging it up, getting online, and checking it out. I really hope Xbox doesn't go through this issue. With the experience they had in the past, I'm pretty sure they're a little bit more prepared, unlike the 360, which had the red ring and stuff, but we'll get into that later. One thing that really made me mad, though, was the promise that Sony, gave all of its, YouTubers and everything was not kept. It's supposed to be a patch, and that is the HTCP, which is, the high definition copyright protection. That is still on the PS4, and they said it's got to be patched off, but the patch isn't coming until early 2014. Which means they don't have it ready. They don't have it ready at all. You cannot record with your capture device unless you do a whole bunch of extra stuff, which is pretty dumb. But other than that, like that's kind of one of the most frustrating things about the PS4 that I've heard is that they would, sit there and take those jabs at Microsoft, and then they turn around and they're screwing their own customers in the butthole. That's not cool, man. You can't do that to customers, especially the ones who are loyal, like White Boy 7th Street, Mr. PlayStation Nation. He's a PlayStation blogger now, so for them to tell him that it's going to be a fixed problem and not be fixed, it's kind of doing your people wrong, man. Your biggest supporter was lied to, and you can't have that because your biggest supporter is getting you more sales. Therefore, you're making your biggest supporter look like an ass. I mean, plain and simple. But it is. I understand there is a console war. It's not really a console war to me. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna have both systems, so it doesn't bother me any at all that one might have better hardware than the other, and the other one might have better software, because I'm going to experience both, and I'm going to, get to have my own opinion and form my own opinion, and that's that. But another thing that also bothered me about the PS4 launch is the red line of death issue. Now, it doesn't completely make your PS4 unusable, but it does basically tell your PS4 it's telling you to take a break, basically. And what I don't understand is, how can my game tell me to take a break from gaming on the first day that I own it? Now, a lot of this did happen on the first day to people, because I was reading it on Reddit. But I just don't understand. I've had the console for one day. Of course I'm going to be playing that console on the first day excessively and crazy like, because, I just got it. It's something brand new. When you buy a brand new car, or when you buy a new car, you don't want to just let it sit in your driveway. You want to drive that motherfucker. You want to take that thing across town. You want to take that thing across country. I mean, but you still have the gas because gas is so high. But you know what I'm saying? You don't want to freaking just sit there and leave it sitting there. And so on the first day, for people to get that red line, that is pretty freaking frustrating because it's something new. You want to play it like crazy. But I'm sure they'll figure a way to get it fixed. Me personally, that's why I prefer the Xbox solution with the external power unit box. It keeps a lot of the heat out of the system. But we all know Xbox 360 had these issues in the beginning, so it's no surprise that another console would. Hopefully Xbox One does not. I feel like they won't though, because they're supporting the whole plug your cable box in, and that basically means they want your Xbox One all day every day, and that means it would have to sustain all that heat and all that wear and tear. But another thing I really like about the PS3 or the PS4, I'm sorry, is the DualShock 4. That controller looks so much better than all the other controllers made by PlayStation ever. I might buy one just to put it in my hand because it looks so comfortable. They did a really good job on it. But other than that, like, the last thing I complain about the PS4 is I've been watching some streams and stuff showing the UI, and the UI seems pretty stiff and boring. They call it streamlined, but to me it just seemed like it was lacking, and when it's lacking, it kind of doesn't. When I get on my Xbox, the first thing I see is my UI, which is a user interface, and that's basically your dashboard and how it works and all that stuff. And if it's lacking, you're kind of just not interested in the first thing you see. That's a huge selling point. People don't understand that, but it really is, like, that's why they have all the nice cars in dealerships, because, they want you to see all their super duper nice cars when you walk in, and you're like, oh yeah, this place has some nice cars, let's see what we can get here, that type of stuff. But anyway guys, that's all the things that I gathered info wise and had some issues with, and all that stuff about the PS4. I do plan on getting one, so that's not off the record or anything. I do plan on getting one. Peace.